Tonight, the U.S. is reversing course on a major U.S. policy position on Israel.
Today, a surprise announcement. The U.S. is softening its position on Israeli settlements in the West Bank.
The establishment of Israeli civilian settlements in the West Bank is not, per se, inconsistent with international law.
And Secretary Pompeo says halting Israeli settlements in the Palestinian-occupied region has not advanced the cause of peace.
And CBN News chief political analyst David Brody joins us now for a little analysis on this. What do you make of this major announcement from Pompeo today?
Well, it's another huge announcement, rivaling the U.S. Embassy move to Jerusalem. As a matter of fact, there are some comparisons here. You know, the State Department, I was at the briefing today, and basically the State Department saying that just like with the embassy in Jerusalem, they wanted to take that off the table, thinking that peace would be, you can give peace a chance if you took that off the table. They're also hoping they can take the settlement issue off the table by saying, look, we're saying these are basically legal. They're not illegal, and so that's a big deal. I did talk to the State Department spokesman, Morgan Ortagus, today, where she talked about how she believes is actually something that could actually help a peace deal. We'll see about that. But in addition, she talked about how there might be a little bit of a differentiation here in terms of how folks view Israel around the world compared to the United States. Have a look.
Our ultimate goal is for peace in the Middle East. Our ultimate goal is to get the Israelis and the Palestinians to the negotiation table to talk about the West Bank and to talk about Israeli settlements. But anytime, as we've seen at the UN and as we've seen through other international bodies, anytime you leave it up to international bodies or leave it to the world to decide the legal fate of Israel, they continually try and isolate and discriminate against Israel, and we here in the United States will not stand for that policy.
And part of that isolation has to do with what not just the United Nations did, but the Barack Obama administration did at the end of 2016, in essence abstaining from a vote on settlements, which really ticked off a lot of folks in Israel and conservatives here in America.
Yeah, controversial move. David, what about the timing of this announcement? Is the timing political?
Well, there are a couple things. First of all, they want the peace process to move forward, and they think the timing will help here. But it's been done for about a minute or so, or excuse me, a minute. It's been done for about a year or so, so they've been working on this for a long time. Look, bottom line is evangelicals are going to be very, very happy because of this. Basically, they believe, as you know, Judea, Samaria, the West Bank, the biblical homeland of the Jewish people. And right now, at least the way the Trump administration sees it, it's a victory for them.
David Brody, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thanks, David.